Our next guests are a father and son law firm specializing in automobile accidents and wrongful death cases. Everett and Matthew Rice are here to tell us how they can help you, hopefully educate us a little bit this morning. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Carly. Thank you for having us.
I love that you're a father and son duo. More than that, I love the background that you guys are bringing to your expertise and to your field. Talk a little bit about your background and how I think that kind of sets you apart from maybe from other teams that are in the area.
Right. Well, like you said, we are a father and son law firm. This is my father, Everett Rice. He became a lawyer in 1984, then was elected Pinellas County Sheriff in 1988 and served 16 years as the Pinellas County Sheriff.
Wow.
And then after that, he became a state representative in the Florida legislature. Fortunately, I was able to bring him over and start practicing law with me last
year. Well, I can imagine the experience that you bring from being on the other side, correct? I mean, it's got to be invaluable.
Well, in addition to being a cop for 35 years and the sheriff for 16, I've been a lawyer for 30-some years, but I went through like a second internship when I worked with Barry Cohen for 4 years. And that was a wonderful experience.
Yeah, I would say so. And then for you, talk a little bit about your experience and kind of your interesting background as well.
Well, I graduated from law school in 2004. My first job right out of law school was as a prosecutor. Spent 3 years, and that's really invaluable experience. It gets you in the courtroom a lot of trial experience, which I then try to relate to my personal injury practice, which I've been in for 8 years now and started my own firm with my father last year, so I think it's good. Well,
and talk about personal injury. What is it that you guys specialize in? And for people watching this morning, what is it that you really think you can help people with in particular?
Well, it's mostly car accident cases. I mean, I think all of us who drive around the streets of Tampa Bay and anywhere in Florida realize there are a lot of car accidents out there, and I have learned there are a lot of misperceptions about car insurance. A lot of people don't understand that if somebody hits you, they don't necessarily have the type of insurance to pay you a settlement for your injuries. So it's important for your viewers to understand that there's a way they can protect themselves from those, we call them the uninsured motorists out there. You can purchase your own uninsured motorist coverage, which will protect you should somebody else hit you, because they only have to have $10,000 in their own PIP coverage and $10,000 in their own property damage coverage, neither of which can pay you a settlement or satisfy a judgment for your injuries.
Well, and it's just so interesting to me. That's why I love shows like ours, because I think if you don't educate yourself or make the, know who to call, people don't know what they don't know, right? I mean, is this what you guys are facing a lot, that people just honestly didn't know or didn't look into it enough?
Of course. There's a lot of misconceptions out there. People say, oh, well, Florida's a no-fault state, but they don't really know what that means. All that means, it's a reference to Florida's PIP statute, which again is just $10,000 to pay for your own medical bills, regardless of whose fault the accident is. But for a true injury settlement because of your damages, your unpaid medical bills, your lost wages, things of that nature, when the accident is not your fault, PIP doesn't go to pay for that. That's why I would certainly encourage all of your viewers to call their insurance company or their agent and make sure they have uninsured motorist coverage, because once you're in an accident, it's too late. You can't go out and buy it after the fact.
Well, and we have just a little under a minute left, but I know you wanted to mention, too, that Florida law, from what I understand, requires you to go see a doctor. You only have a certain amount of time.
Right. That PIP coverage, they changed the law a few years ago to say that you have 14 days within which to seek treatment after the accident in order to preserve that $10,000 in PIP coverage. So a lot of people I meet, they're tough and they think they're going to get better and they stay at home and they just try to fight through it. But that's a dangerous thing to do, because if you let that 14 days go without seeking treatment, you may avoid that $10,000 in coverage.
So as we wrap up here, what is your take home? What do you want people to really understand, and certainly how your law firm is able to help if somebody has been in an accident?
Well, I think an important message we can leave is that, when people are involved in an accident or injured by somebody else, they don't know what to do. They can call us. It doesn't cost them anything. And when they call our firm, they talk to a lawyer. And if it's not something that they need a lawyer for, they need a different lawyer, we can send them in the right direction.
And again, what you don't know, you don't know. And I love that you're here to educate and want to tell people, to really make sure that they look into this. So, gentlemen, thank you both so much for being here this morning. I know I learned a little bit this morning. We look forward to hopefully having you and your team back.
All right. Thank you for having us.
All right. Thank you so much.
Carly.
And again, there is the info on the screen to contact them. We'll also put it on our website, tvmorningblend.com.